Right then, we're approaching the summer of 2024. Well, you wouldn't so. It's been pissing down for the last 3 days. But anyway, it does mean that we are heading into Euro 2024. And today I am going to probably fail at predicting Euro 2024. So we're going to guess all of the groups and where each team will finish in their respective groups. And then it will go right down to picking the third best placed teams. And then obviously going into the knockout rounds. And we're going to see who I think will win the Euros this year. Let's get into it. But before we get into the video, just make sure to subscribe and like the video and comment down below what kind of content you want to see next. I am solely really a Football Manager based content creator. However, I will try and do some little differences here and there. Like I did make a video on my shirt collection that I have, and now obviously I am predicting the Euro 2024 tournament. But whatever you want to see, I'm more than happy to do so. Leave in the comments what you want to see. And yeah, let's get back to predicting. So then, here is the predictor. So we've got Group A with Germany, Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland. Group B with Spain, Croatia, Italy and Albania. Group C with Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia and England. Group D with Netherlands, France, Poland and Austria. Group E with Ukraine, Slovakia, Belgium and Romania. And Group F is Turkey, Portugal, Georgia and Czech Republic. We're going to start then with Group A, and the hosts, I think, will top their group. So I think Germany are going to win that group, and I think it's going to be a battle between Hungary and Switzerland. What I do think is that Scotland will finish bottom of their group, and I think it's a battle between Switzerland and Hungary for second place. But I think potentially, I'm not sure. I think Switzerland will get second and Hungary will get third, but I think it will be close. I think Germany will probably win all of their games and get 9 points, and I think Switzerland might get like 5, and then Hungary might get 5, and it might go down to goal difference. I think Switzerland and Hungary will both beat Scotland, lose to Germany, and potentially draw with each other. But I think that game with each other is sort of determine which team goes through. But that is what I've got for Group A. Group B then, I think Spain look quite strong this year, and I think Italy will pick Croatia. So obviously Italy didn't even qualify for the last World Cup, but they are the current defending champions. Obviously I've got Albania bottom. But I think Italy's squad at the minute, it looks pretty good. You know, over recent years, we have seen like sort of the rises of Di Lorenzo, Di Marco, Destiny Udogie. I think their defence looks pretty good. Scalvini and Bastoni as well. Donnarumma in goal. I think they've got a solid defence with Barella as well in midfield. I think their attack is just a bit off. They've got decent wingers with Chiesa, but I just don't see a number 9. Like Raspadori could potentially play as the 9, or he might sort of play as a false 9. But I think Italy have a good squad. I think Spain will top the group though. I think they've got the strongest team. And Croatia's squad is just aging a little bit, unfortunately. Like when you think of Croatia, you're thinking of Modric, Kovacic, Perisic, and they're getting on a bit now. So maybe we'll start to see the drop-off of Croatia over the next few tournaments. And Albania, they're definitely the weakest team in that group. Moving on then to England's group, and I do think that we have a decently weaker group than some of the other teams. So I do think we'll top the group. However, when it comes to the other 3 teams, I actually think Serbia will beat Denmark to second place. I quite like the look of the Serbian team. And I just think, you know, you've got to have a dark horse in this tournament somewhere. And I think Serbia might be that dark horse. So I'm going to pick Serbia to go second and Denmark to finish third and Slovenia to finish bottom of the group. Moving on then to potentially the strongest group in the whole tournament. Maybe B as well could be, you know, that group of death. But there isn't really many like proper groups of death this year. But I do think France top the group with Netherlands finishing second, Austria finishing third and Poland finishing fourth. Poland, I don't see where the strength is in the Polish side this year. Whereas, you know, France obviously probably have the best team in the whole tournament. Netherlands, you know, should perform. They've still got a strong enough squad to perform. Austria look okay. Not really like, you know, they got the likes of Sabitzer. But then you the players that you would expect to be good for Austria, like David Alaba and Marko Arnautovic, you know, they're getting on a bit. But Poland, obviously, you know, the main one that they've got is Lewandowski, and he's in his late 30s now. So I think I'm confident with that group. Moving on then, Belgium. They haven't had a good few last tournaments, but I do think they'll top the group with Ukraine getting second, and then Slovakia and Romania finishing third and fourth. I think that group's pretty set on. Ukraine probably the second best team in that group. Belgium definitely the strongest squad in that group, but there has been a lot of issues with Belgium over the last few tournaments. But we'll see if they can actually turn it around this time. And as for the last group, I actually really fancy Portugal to go quite far in this tournament. I think their squad is really good. They've got young players as well coming in. Obviously, Ronaldo, at the World Cup, he was fighting with United and just going on to the Saudi League. But now he's scoring a lot of goals. He got over 50 goals this year. And they've got the likes of Bernardo Silva, Ruben Diaz, Antonio Silva, and Gonçalo Inácio also coming through as youngest centre-halves. Rafael Leao, Diogo Jota if he's fit as well. Diogo Costa in goal. Like the Portuguese squad, it looks pretty good. And as for second place, now second place is tough here because people think that Georgia, they're a nothing nation. But how far can Kvaratskhelia and Marmarashvili take Georgia? Probably not far enough. I'm going to go Czech Republic, then Turkey, then Georgia. It's maybe you could swap Turkey and Georgia around because I don't really fancy the Turkey squad this year. They really didn't have a good tournament last time in the World Cup. I think they finished bottom of their group in the World Cup. I think I'll leave it like that. Georgia third, Czech Republic second, Portugal first. And then I've got to pick the top four of the three best teams. So I think Croatia, Denmark, Hungary and Georgia. Georgia may be a surprise team, but I fancy those four teams. So let's go on then to the knockout rounds where we have Spain versus Hungary, where I fancy Spain to go through. Germany, I think, will beat Serbia. Portugal, I think, will beat Denmark. Netherlands, I think, will beat Ukraine. That's a tough game between Belgium and Croatia. Oh, I think Belgium just might edge that game. It might go to extra time penalties. France should quite comfortably beat Czech. We should beat Georgia realistically. And I think Italy will beat Switzerland, getting a rematch in the last Euro final between England and Italy in the quarterfinals. This is a really tough game, Germany-Spain. I think Germany and Spain are probably two of the favourites going into this. Germany obviously the hosts. And I think the hosts' advantage will take Germany on past Spain. And I think Portugal will beat Netherlands. I think France will comfortably beat Belgium. And I think England will beat Italy in their rematch. As for the semi-finals then, I actually think Portugal beat Germany. And I think that France quite comfortably beat England. I don't think everyone's talking about this, amazing England squad. But realistically, we're just going to have that situation where everyone who's building this starting 11, they want Bellingham and Foden in midfield, they want Palmer and Saka and all on the same pitch. You're just doing the same problem that England have had for years, where we just try and throw all the best players onto the pitch with no idea on how they want to play, no balance in the team. If we do that, we're just gonna get played with by the actual well set up teams, and I don't think this is England's year. Everyone's saying this is England's year. I think France's squad is far too good to lose this tournament realistically. So I do think France beat Portugal in the finals, and France win the Euros for 2024, beating Portugal in the finals. So yeah, that's how I've predicted the Euro 2024. Let me know what you think of my predictions. Who did I get massively wrong? Who do you think's going to win the Euros this year? And yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching the video, and take care.